To answer this question, again, I will start by highlighting all the important bits. So the original price of the speedboat was £36,000. It depreciated by X% each year. So this time they haven't told us how much it's decreased by. And then after 3 years, the speedboat had a value of £15,187.50. And we need to give the answer to the nearest pound after 5 years. Okay? So in most questions of this type, usually we have a starting value and we multiply by the multiplier like we did in the previous questions to give you the final value. However, this one's a bit different because we have the final value and not the percentage multiplier. So we need to do some rearranging. So we need to consider what we would normally do to the percentage multiplier for a compound percentage change over a 3-year period. So if a value is being decreased by X% each year, then for 3 years, we would multiply the starting value by X to the power of 3. So to rearrange this, we would write it out as £36,000 multiplied by X to the power of 3 equals to the final value of £15,187.50. So we would rearrange this to work out X cubed, which will be £15,187.50 over £36,000. And when we put this in the calculator, X cubed will give us 0.422. And to work out X, you would cube root the other side of the question. So that's a key rule to always know when you're rearranging any question. If you have X cubed, X squared or anything and you want to get rid of the squared, all you have to do is square root or cube root the other side of the question, other side of the equal sign. Okay, so in this case, X will equal to the cube root of 0.422, which will give you an answer of 0.75. So the multiplier in our equation now will be 0.75. So what does this mean in terms of percentage increase or decrease? So since the value is less than 1, we know that it's a decrease and not an increase. So we know that we've worked out the right multiplier. Okay, so 0.75 is the multiplier for 75%. So if we are working out 75% of an amount, then this means that the amount is reducing in value by 25%. Because remember, the total percentage, your total amount will always equal 100%. So the speedboat is depreciating at a rate of 25% per year. So now we know what the depreciation rate is. We can work out the value of the speedboat after 5 years. So we know that the value of the speedboat after 3 years is £15,187.50. So if it depreciates by 25% for another 2 years, then we can work out the question like we did for the previous question. So 100 minus 25 gives us 75%, and the multiplier is 0.75, as I mentioned before. So the cost of the speedboat after 3 years is £15,187.50. Multiply that by 0.75, which is your multiplier, and for the final 2 years. So it'll be 0.75 squared, which will give you an answer of £8,543 to the nearest pound. Okay, so I know this question was a little bit more difficult than the previous one, but again, if you have any question, then just drop a comment below or message me and we can go through it together. Okay, so thank you for joining me today to learn about simple and compound interest. I hope you found the examples and explanations helpful.